Happy Friday once again, friends and family, and welcome to the Weekender. It is always cool to get out of town, give you a fresh look at life. Having just gotten back from the Bahamas and seeing all the vacation homes that were sitting on the island that we were, I thought, well, why not share this with my friends and family with the Weekender? So this week's topic is the do's and don'ts to buying a vacation home. I think I might have covered this a year or so ago, but every now and then I got a new twist, a new flavor. So, I do have some experience with this. Having sold some timeshares from Wyndham, my real estate license allowed me to sell some timeshares. I did that. I bought a Hilton Grand Vacation when they first started their venture out with Hilton Grand Vacation Homes. It was a really great investment for us and the kids. We got to have a 2-bedroom, full kitchen, breakfast, lunches. We even went for holidays sometime. So I think they're really great investments. Vacation homes, I think in the right location for the right people, they're dynamic investments. So let's start with the pros or the do's. Well, obviously the pros is like any other investment. It's going to cost a couple dollars to invest in a vacation home. That's first and foremost. It's not a cheap investment, but most of the time you do get your return on your investment. Okay. Nowadays, it's really cool, especially if you're in a really great location and it's not a full-time vacation home. Guess what? You can earn some passive income. Okay. You can rent it out. Okay. There are lots of websites. There are lots of services. I don't have to go into all the Airbnbs and the things that you can do to rent them out. But that is a way, if you set it up properly, where it can become some passive income. And then the last thing that I have is make sure you pick some place where you're going to enjoy. If it's on a lake like lakefront, where you're going to do some water skiing and fishing, make sure it's some place where you're going to feel comfortable. If it's in a beach, remote location like the Bahamas, make sure you're going to spend some time and you enjoy that heat of the Bahamas. So again, those are some of the things you want to keep in mind. Now, what are some of the don'ts? Well, first of all, I don't think it's any don'ts when it comes to real estate. But the first thing you want to think about, they're really expensive. I mean, they are expensive as far as buying a vacation home. Now, timeshares, on the other hand, those tend to be a little bit more affordable. If you want to give me a call, maybe I can give you some insight of what I paid in the past. What the Wyndham ones were costing at one time. And again, those numbers change from time to time because what I paid for my Grand Vacation some years ago, I mean, it's triple that cost now to get the same amount of time. So here's another don't try to do by yourself. Don't try to figure this out by yourself. Call me up, call up a professional realtor, talk about it, tell them your game plan, see what's out there because there are tons of options out there. There's some full-time options out there. There's some, part-time options out there. There's some options where you can go every weekend. There's some in California. There's tons, around the world. So give me a buzz if you have any questions. And probably the third thing that, I consider a don't, which a lot of people don't really consider a lot of times, is the financing. Financing is really important because, one, it's a second home. Two, it can be a little tricky when you're dealing with timeshares and so forth, what type of loan you might want to get, whether you want to pay cash, because obviously cash is always king no matter what you do. And when it becomes a vacation home, it is a, luxury. So you might want to pull some cash from some other areas that you might not thought about. But then again, you can get a return on your money. So here's the thing that I really want to just let people know. You know what? Whatever you do, if you do choose, make sure it's in a place where you're going to have a good time. Okay? Make sure it's some place you want to go on a consistent basis that you've experienced and that you understand. Otherwise, it becomes a vacation nightmare. Again, you know what? I had a really good time in the Bahamas. Hopefully, I'll see you guys out there soon. Thank you again for tuning into the Weekender. I miss you. We got some exciting real estate news that's coming up in a couple weeks. Again, the number's always on the screen. You can always reach me there. Again, I always look forward to you guys and have a wonderful weekend.